What if I told you the biggest lie you live by isn't something society told you? It's something you tell yourself every single day. And what if I told you it's the very thing keeping you from becoming who you could be? You probably think you know yourself. You probably think you're honest about your flaws, your fears, your limits. But there's a hidden sentence in your mind, a quiet, almost invisible phrase that shapes your decisions, your relationships, even your sense of worth. And most people never notice it until it's too late. The sentence goes something like this: I'll do it when I'm ready, when I'm more confident, when I've learned enough, when I have more time, when I feel less scared. We all have our own version of it, and it sounds reasonable, even responsible. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. You will never feel ready, not for the conversation you've been avoiding, not for the change you've been dreaming about, not for the version of yourself you secretly hope to become. Readiness is a story you tell yourself so you can postpone living. The philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." We don't waste it on purpose. We waste it quietly, in the gaps between our intentions and our actions. In the way we tell ourselves that tomorrow is a better day to start, even though tomorrow is just today with a different name. We forget that life is not waiting for us to be prepared. It's happening right now, without our permission, without our perfect plan. Think about history. In 1513, Niccolò Machiavelli wrote The Prince after being exiled from political life. He could have said, "I'll write it when I'm back in power." He didn't. He wrote it anyway, and it became one of the most influential political works ever created. In 1943, Dietrich Bonhoeffer could have told himself he would resist the Nazis when the time was right, when the danger was lower, when he was safer. But the danger never lessened. He acted anyway, and paid with his life. The lesson? The people who change the world, or even just change their own lives, do so while they're unready, while they're uncertain, while they're afraid. And here's the uncomfortable twist. The moment you feel ready is often the moment you're already too late. Why? Because readiness is usually just another word for comfort, and comfort means you've already adjusted to your current reality, even if it's one you hate. That's why so many people stay in jobs that drain them, relationships that diminish them, lives that don't excite them. They're waiting to feel ready to leave. But the longer they wait, the more they convince themselves it's not worth leaving. Nietzsche warned us about this when he said, "The most common form of human stupidity is forgetting what we were trying to do in the first place." We forget because we've rehearsed the waiting so well that it becomes our life. Let me tell you a story. A friend of mine wanted to start a business. For 5 years, he told me the same thing. I just need a little more money saved up, a little more research, a little more clarity. And then, one day, he found out someone else had launched the exact same idea. Within months, it was everywhere. My friend wasn't angry at them. He was angry at himself, because the truth hit him like a brick. He didn't lose because they were smarter. He lost because they acted. And that's the part most people don't want to face. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is rarely a lack of knowledge or skill. It's the decision to start without them. Plato wrote, "The beginning is the most important part of the work, not the mastery, not the confidence, the beginning." But beginnings feel awkward. They make us look foolish. They expose us. And in a world obsessed with looking like we have it all together, that exposure feels unbearable. So instead, we choose the illusion of safety. We choose the false comfort of not yet. But here's the cruel irony. Not acting is still acting. Not choosing is still a choice. Waiting is not neutral. It has a cost. Every day you delay, you're training yourself to be the kind of person who waits. And one day, that becomes all you know how to do. And yet, you still have this voice inside you, the one that says, "There's more." the one that imagines a different life, the one that refuses to die, even when you try to smother it with distraction. That voice isn't waiting for you to feel ready. It's begging you to begin anyway. The lie you tell yourself, "I'll start when I'm ready," isn't just harmless procrastination. It's the quiet theft of your own life, and the thief is you. So here's my challenge. Don't wait until the fear goes away. Act while it's still there. Speak up while your voice still shakes. Take the first step while you still feel unqualified. Because there is no right moment, there is only now. And the version of you that's willing to use it. In the end, life won't ask if you were ready. It will only ask if you were there.